So, are you screwing yourself out of love without even realizing it? You gotta stop these three dumb things, otherwise, you'll be single forever. I'm telling you now. The first one is desperation. You never wanna come off too needy because the person that you're dating will take it as not much of a challenge. Say if you're talking to a guy and you're not really texting him back like that, you don't really like him, you don't even know why you gave this dude your number, but even though you're like unresponsive, he still continues to hit you up. That just shows that the guy or the girl that's doing that is like desperate and you're gonna ghost on them, right? If you have to beg for someone's attention, you're desperate. It really sucks because I wish that we could all just be super vulnerable in our dating relationships. But unfortunately, sometimes when you do that, actually, most times when you do that, it doesn't really seem to work out because the person just becomes less interested. It's like when someone is really, really trying to get to know you and you just kind of get these weird vibes, like thinking that maybe the person doesn't have good intentions when in reality they're just coming off desperate. So, next we give ghosting vibes. That's the type of people who they're so attracted to someone that they just like can't even really talk to them. They're so excited to know them. They like them so much that they're nervous to talk to them for some reason. You could know that a guy or a girl is really feeling you, and even though you know that, you're still just like being nonchalant, trying a little bit too hard to be the one that's getting chased, I guess I'll say. When you try to play a little bit too hard to get, the person that likes you is just going to get kind of turned off. Like, this isn't a romantic relationship, but I knew this girl and I really wanted to be friends with her. And she reached out, got my number and we were like texting. And then I just left her on red because I wanted to like seem cool, I guess. So, she seen that I did that and she told our mutual connect person that we met through that. And then I was just like, I'm like, now she thinks I'm being weird because I was being weird. So it's kind of like that, but think of it in a romantic sense. I've had a situation where I gave a guy my number and he didn't hit me up for like probably close to 2 or 3 weeks, to where it was like, although I knew who it was, I just lied and said that I didn't know who it was because, like, why would you wait that long to text me? That's weird. So, what I'm trying to say is it can just be kind of a turn off. It's like you're trying to create demand for yourself when the demand for you is already there. So, for my third one, you just have like a stuck mindset. You can't go and hang out with some new guy if you're stuck on like your ex or if you're like crying or upset. I've had a situation like that too. And it's like embarrassing because, like, girl, get your emotions together. You're not ready to date if you're not over the person you were last with. I had a homegirl talking to this guy and he like kept leaving her for his ex. He would apologize every time, like the girl would just pop up when they were at the movies, or it was just like really weird. It was like she was a part of this toxic relationship that they created. I can only imagine how hurtful that must felt to, really like this guy and then finding out every time you try to give him a chance that you're his number two because he's still dealing with his ex. Stuck mindset. So, what are some things that you can do to not come off desperate, to not play too hard to get, and to not have that stuck mindset? Just know that with desperation and with the ghosting vibes, playing hard to get, there's a very delicate line between the two, I'll say. You want to play it cool, but you want to still be you. You don't want to just instantly like pounce on somebody. You want to like, just get to know them. Just be cool. Don't just play it cool, be cool. Don't try to like act like you're doing all these activities and that you're just so busy. Say what you're doing, but don't try to like overdo it. If you were too busy to date, why would you give them your number in the first place? Next, just try to stay present. I think that can be like an issue for a lot of us females, that you meet this guy and you're just like, oh my God, in your head, I met my husband. Meet someone that you think is so amazing and like you think it's love at first sight. So you're just like planning your lives when what you really should focus on is just taking it date by date. Make sure that they don't have any extra baggage. Make sure you don't have any extra baggage. Don't half the date. Just show up as who you are. Be nice, get to know them. That's what you're there for. That's what you're there for. That's what you're dating, is to get to know each other. Next, just try to open up. I'm not saying that show up and just say every single problem that you have going on and try to build like a trauma bond. You don't want to like scare the person off if you just tell them absolutely everything about your life on the first link. There's different questions that you can ask like on first dates that'll kind of like break the ice. What do you like to do for fun? Like, you really just gotta like be yourself. And everybody goes through conflict. Everybody goes through like confrontation. You got to have those serious talks with people if you want a relationship to improve. So just try to break the cycles that you've been like doing and then wondering why you're single. So I hope this video helps. If it did, please go down in the description and join my email list. I'm going to have more tips and free little offerings for you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.